Shawn Levy and Ryan Reynolds team up again this year to bring us the Adam Project, released on Netflix last Friday. Going into this movie, I had no idea what the plot was or anything about it, really. I just knew it came out on Netflix and it had Ryan Reynolds in it, so I wanted to check it out. And this is just a time travel movie with a lot of plot holes, a lot of mistakes in it, but it's still fun, engaging, and gets you invested into the story. So the time travel element of this movie is a little hard to comprehend. Even in any time travel movie, I can't think of one that makes sense except Primer, which is a very independent time travel movie, which took a lot of thought, preparation to go into it. But in this one, there's these time jumps that make no sense, and just the kind of logic they use behind it is not sound, and just gets you a little lost at times. But you have Ryan Reynolds there making jokes, making you entertaining, and it's that keeps you into the movie and keeps you invested into it, along with Mark Ruffalo, who makes an appearance in it as well. There's lots of funny jokes in this movie, with just jokes of being shot by a bullet and being like, "Oh, were you shot?" "No, I was stabbed by a bullet." It's just, those jokes are just super funny. And then the bullet hole makes like a fart noise whenever it coughs, which I found funny. It's a very slight humor, but still enough to be funny and not over the top like most fart jokes or poop jokes there in these movies. And it's that comedic timing of Ryan Reynolds that elevates this movie and makes it watchable, even though the plot is kind of dull and you're not really, I never got really invested into. I just got invested into Ryan Reynolds and his relationship with his younger self that he meets in this movie. So just a quick shout out to other cast members in this movie. Just, you have Walter Scobell, who plays younger Ryan Reynolds in the movie, and he does a very good job of that connection with his older self. And it's just that bond that gets you through this movie. And it's just, the movie's about dealing with loss and regret and going through this tough time of growing up being a 12-year-old. But also in this movie is Jennifer Garner, Zoe Saldana, and Mark Ruffalo, who all do a great job at their roles. And then Catherine Keener is also in this as the villain, which is kind of one-dimensional and not really developed that much, and part of the problem with this movie. The movie does have good emotional moments between the older self and younger self, but also between the older self and the dad, and the younger self and the mom, and just getting through their hardships together and realizing why decisions were made, and just accepting them for who they are and loving them. And it's a great story of that connection, those personal small connections that they have. That's really what this movie's about, not the bigger plot of discovering time travel, stopping time travel, all that stuff. It's really about loss, and that's a great detail in this movie. And then it does use deep fake in this movie, which looked really weird and looked like cut out of a green screen. It took me out of the movie a couple times when it was used. You'll see it when you watch the movie, but it's just something that I think they could have not done, and just cast someone who looks like that younger self instead of just doing deep fake and relying on that. Even though it's new technology right now, I feel like it doesn't always have to be used. And real quick, before my score, I just want to give a shout out to the good soundtrack this movie has. A lot of great songs here pair well with the action going on screen and everything going around it. It's very nice having a few recognizable songs there along with the score in movies. I find that very entertaining and love seeing it, and can sing along with the songs that are going on when I know them. And it just gets me invested more into the scene that these songs are about, and knowing more about the scene through the song as well. But overall, this movie gets a 62 out of 100 for me. It was pretty decent. It's available on Netflix now to watch anytime. Let me know your thoughts in the bottom, and I can't wait for the next Ryan Reynolds movie as well. He makes all his movies very entertaining, very funny. Ever since Van Wilder, I've been a fan of him. And then real quick, I'll just do a top 5 Ryan Reynolds movies real quick. I don't think I've done that before. So a little extra content here of this list. We'll just go down it real quick. At number 5 is Paperman. A really good, smaller, independent movie with Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Daniels. One of my favorite independent movies there are. I love this movie. I connected with it very well and love the story in it. And now at number 4 is Free Guy, the newest one that came out earlier this year. I really enjoyed it. Very fun, very entertaining, very good story that I thought would not be entertaining. And then at number 3 comes Waiting. It's a movie about the restaurant industry and just working in restaurants, which I can relate to a lot. And just a very enjoyable, funny movie with a bunch of up and coming talent. And Ryan Reynolds takes the lead in this movie and just some comedic genius in it. I loved it every time I watch it and rewatch it. And then at number 2 is Deadpool, just a classic superhero movie, and he pretty much embodies the character of Deadpool, and love seeing him portray him time and time again. And then number 1 is a little romantic comedy, Just Friends. Very funny, and just overall great movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. One of my favorite romantic comedies there are, with Anna Faris and a bunch of other actors and actresses in it. Go check it out. But thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.